Hi. Okay, so Anna told me to make a ranting video about people who date someone and get broken up with, and then 2 days later they're all over some person's vagina or dick. Okay, so you've all been there. You've all been dumped or dumped someone, and it doesn't really feel great either way, because, unless you're an asshole and have no heart, then, sucks to be you. Anyways, alright. With long distance relationships, it can go one of two ways. Either you guys have been like best friends for like ever and you start dating, which personally I think is a better way to go because you know them and you're not like trying to flirt with them and be someone you're not. You're yourself for a while and then they actually like you for you and not for the flirty person that you're trying to be. Or you talk for one time and then a week later, you're like, she's cute, I'll ask her out. He's cute, let's date. So, okay, like, that's another way to take it. But with the second way, it's like your relationship, if you're not, you kind of, okay. Ugh! Okay. People make everything such a big fucking deal. Like, none of, like, your relationships are just about you two. Like, when you do something like that, when you put everything on Facebook or social media in general, you're kind of like saying, I want everyone to know that we're fighting right now. Like, if I was fighting with Seth, I wouldn't just make a status, pissed at my boyfriend, gonna talk to some hot guys, flirting, no, and like I've actually seen statuses that are like, I think it's time for me to end my relationship. Bitch, you inbox him, you text him, you whatever, call him, you say that to him. You don't make a fucking status about it. Okay, and then you break up. Ooh, big fucking deal, you've been dating for a week. But you, like, make a big, huge-ass deal about this breakup. Like, guys, too. Like, I've seen girls and guys been, like, dating for literally a week, and you break up, and they're like, I'm so heartbroken. Okay, the one exception to that is if you've been dating, like, a bunch of times, and you've broken up and gotten back together, which is, like, chewing your food, swallowing, and then barfing it back up, and then chewing it, swallowing it back down again. You can't really judge because I've done it, but still. It's like, if your relationship ended, it ended for a reason. Unless, like, you dumped them because you talked to them, like, for one day they didn't talk to you for, like, a couple hours. Like, holy fucking shit, calm down. Okay, you do realize in the real world that people in relationships, people who are married, can go entire days. They'll see each other bright early in the morning, tell them that they love each other and have a good fucking day, and then they'll see each other at like nighttime. Because in the real world, you guys have jobs. In the real world, you're busy during the day. Just take that into for account. You're not gonna always be the one thing that they have time for. You're gonna have to compensate for the fact that you can't constantly be talking and you make these fucking statuses about how you haven't talked for 2 hours and you miss your boyfriend. Like, calm the fuck down. Oh, but then you break up and you are so fucking depressed and you met this guy a week ago. Like, no, bitch. Nuh-uh. No. That is not how it works. Like, okay, I can understand if you've known each other for a really long time and you realize you have feelings for each other. Great, you're best friends and now you're dating. Boom, that's fine, and you break up and that fucking sucks. Because you lost someone that meant a lot to you, not just in a relationship way, but in a friendship way, and that fucking sucks. And, but then with the relationships that you've met a person for a week and then dated them for a week, and you say that you cried over them, either you cry at everything, like you see a cute puppy and you start crying your ass off, or you're just a dramatic fucking bitch and you made a status just for attention, which is probably the case. And guys too, like, I don't really know how many of you guys have cried over a girl, but, if you haven't known her for more than a week and you're crying, you might want to check to make sure you're actually a guy, and you're not a girl in disguise. Just saying, because, like, girls talk about how many times they've cried over a guy, and I honestly, like, I can't even, like, remember the last time I cried. I'm not a crier, though, so. Any whore. And you break up, and then the next part is that you're so distraught and broken, and you're like, whatever. Next day, you start flirting with some girl or guy, and it's like, oh, whoopee, you've got a new vagina, you got a new dick, congratulations. You hold on to that. But the fact is like, you were never really serious about the other person if you are so quick to hop on someone else. Because if you truly liked someone or loved them, then you would have, like, moped, I guess is the word, for a little bit longer. And don't give me that bullshit that you're just doing it to get over them. Because that's not true. Because what you do to get over a person is you stop talking to them and you delete them from your phone and all that shit, and you try to get over them the normal way. You don't go and flirt with someone else. That doesn't help. That either A, will piss off the other person, or B, piss off the person you're flirting with because they're gonna feel like shit that you just used them. That's not nice to them. But another thing is, like, you have to have noticed that the person you're flirting with just got out of a relationship. You can't not notice that. So if you're flirting with someone who just got out of a relationship, you might want to check yourself and go find someone who's actually been single for a while, because they don't have any intention of dating you. I'm sorry, but they don't, because they're just trying to get over someone else. Which is bullshit, because if you really liked the person, you would have made it work. Okay, then, I had another thing. Okay, my brain is a little slow today. But then, like, you flirt with someone and you're all up on their vagina, and oh, your ex notices. Oh, I didn't see that coming. And you're being a dramatic fucking whore, so one of you makes a status about the other one, and the other one comments, oh, yay, now we get to watch a Facebook fight. Real mature, guys. So mature. Like, okay, I've been involved in, like, I don't really know, actually. Like, I'm not one of the people that starts or is involved in many Facebook fights. Like, and then I start fake ones. Started two. You guys fell for it both times, and you fell for the time that we said we were lesbians. Okay, so it just shows really how gullible y'all are. I'm just saying, because, like, okay, if I was fighting, if I was pissed off at her, I'm not gonna be a dramatic little cunt and make a status. You know what I'll do? I will inbox her. Because, you know why? Because I want to fuck everything up with her for possibly salvaging a friendship. Because if I was really pissed at her and upset about the communication that we were having, I would be like, hey, Anna, wanna not suck? Just kidding. You don't suck, Anna. I love you. But I'm just saying I wouldn't make a fucking status about it, which is what all of you do. Like, everyone has made a status about another person. Can guarantee that, because I've done it, so. All of you. And then you'll make statuses like, I hate when people don't tag people that they're talking about in a status, and you don't tag the person. Like, what? So you start a whole circle of drama bullshit, all based off of the fact that you got broken up with. Sucks to suck, honey. I'm sorry. Your relationship ended. Yeah, okay, you have, like, if you're dating for less than a month, you have the right to mope for a week tops. Like, I'm giving you a lot of time there. For a week tops to less than a month, because you really can't say that you've been in love with a person if you've just known each other just for a month. I'm sorry, you cannot. Like, you cannot say that you truly, like, I'm sorry to burst your bubbles, but you can be infatuated with someone, you can like someone, and you can, like, be all, like, lusty towards them, but you don't really love them. You know who you love? You love your siblings and your parents and your family. That's who you reserve your whatever, like, that's who you're allowed to love within a week of knowing them, because that's normal, because that's family, that's people you're tied to. Like, you have a new baby brother. Yeah, you've known him for less than 2 hours. Yeah, you love him because he's your baby brother, and that's your job, to love your little siblings. But you can't know a girl or a guy for an hour and be like, let's have each other's babies. You can think they're awesome, and you can be like, holy fucking shit, this person is cool. And I'm totally fine with that, but you cannot say that you love them within, like, the first week or 2 weeks. Like, you need to give it time. and motherfucker. Yeah, so basically, let's stop being dramatic fucking cunts and just respect the fact that you're gonna get dumped at some point, and respect the fact that you're gonna have to get over that, and that love is something that shouldn't be thrown around so fucking easily. Okay, that's all I'm gonna rant about because this is fucking long. Adios!